This feels pretty close up.
You feel pretty close up.
Nice. High five. Happy 1 month.
1 month post-surgery.
1 month of surgery recovery.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And we're not going to recap the whole month, but what we will do is maybe talk a little bit about where we're at right now.
Yeah. Where are we at?
You pick a subject and I'll tell you about it.
Tell me about how you feel about eating right now.
Eating is interesting. I am able to eat pretty much anything that I can fit in my mouth.
Which is where the standard measure currently is the width of a veggie straw.
Well, it's actually the width of a grape.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I can position a grape in my teeth and have it not hurt, but I can't do it any further.
I think that's like your widest stretch.
Correct.
Veggie straw is very manageable.
Very, and if the piece of meat that I'm eating is that thick, I'm fine.
Right.
It's just how much can I open and chew, but everything else in my mouth is like I'm able to swallow and I'm able to manage my food in my mouth. So as long as I don't have to make big bites with it, I can chew it forever. I can slide it down. Macaroni and cheese, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We just had ramen. That was fun. And I was able to eat the meat, and I was able to cut up the egg, and I was able to slurp the ramen noodles and actually slurp them. And while it, I guess in terms of manners, it wasn't great in terms of my mouth. It was really great to do that, to be able to hold that stuff in my mouth and then be able to chew it and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I try and get at least 2 protein drinks in a day, and then get my other 30 grams of protein through other things.
Right.
And eating is not a problem as long as I don't have to open my mouth too much.
Right. So we did speech and swallowing yesterday, and they kind of did that whole evaluation to see what kind of improvement can happen for you. A little bit of that is to be determined based on radiation starting at some point.
When we get to all of that, it's the bottom line is, as we went through some of the tests that we did, I could hear some of the different sounds that were troublesome for me. So the S's, the TH's, and then sounds where I needed to change where my tongue was. Right. So if I were to say coal, that's a hard word to say. Hopefully Santa won't bring me any coal because I can't say the word and I don't want to have to report it.
Yeah, and the speech therapist said that had a lot to do with your tongue when you say the word, when you say the sound, your tongue is on the top of your mouth and then you have to drop it down to the bottom to say the O sound.
So I think that there's a lot of exercises that I'm going to need to do with that. That's just going to be part of getting better. Because my soft palate and because back of my tongue and because muscles and all that kind of jazz were impacted, then you gotta relearn some things. And that's okay. Yeah.
And I think it was interesting to learn that some of that also has to do with your breath support, and you'll have to learn some new breath support things to support kind of how the structure in your mouth has changed a little bit.
Yeah, that's good. I just won't play trumpet anymore.
Okay.
Well, maybe I will in the future.
Maybe.
Okay. What else you got?
Weight.
Weight's down. Weight is down between 15 and 20 pounds. I have stopped losing weight, which is great. I guess my ice cream intake, joking, but my food intake is good. I am taking advantage of this situation to eat all the food that I typically don't eat. And I know it's maybe not some of the best food, but I'm calorie loading, right? So I've had some mac and cheese. That's been fun. I have been having some gelato and some ice cream. I've had some pudding, things that I just haven't had in a long time. in addition to making shakes with fruit, and in addition to, eating like a good human being. I think the one thing that I haven't found a way to deal with yet, that is going to impact my health, maybe not so much my weight, is vegetables. So we got some work to do there. That's not really weight, but my weight has leveled out, and it's the thing that the doctors are most concerned about as we go into the next phase of this.
Yep. What about pain and energy and stuff?
It's a little bit of a roller coaster. I have more energy than I had before, obviously. We went to the state fair, and we walked all over the place, and I haven't checked my Whoop to figure out how many steps we took or anything like that, but I'm able to walk a lot further and do a lot more. I don't have to have a nap in the afternoon. I like having a nap in the afternoon, but when you have a bunch of doctor's appointments and you're running all over the place and those kinds of things, you don't always get one. I got a nice one today, a little 40-minute deal, but it was pretty great. But my energy is better, my interest is better. I think you and I are able to connect a little bit better. I have more energy for you in the evening. When you've been doing so many things for me during the day, and you get to the evening, I want to give some of that back to you, and so it's a little bit harder at that particular time, but I'm able to do it, and I'm able to connect, and I think that's been a bonus for us over the last week or so.
Yep, agree. Pain-wise, you're not on any heavy-duty pain medication anymore, and you're really not taking Tylenol too much. I'm
not taking it around the clock, but I am taking it semi-regularly. So what that means is, like, if I have a tough period of time, or I've had to talk a lot, or I've done something different food-wise, or it's just been a super long day, I will take some Tylenol. But that's it. And so, I'm probably hitting, if you think about 4 doses during a day, I'm probably doing maybe an average of between 1 and 2 doses a day. Is kind of where we're at right now.
Yeah. And then I think probably the other thing that's interesting about our days is it's a lot of doctor's appointments.
Oh,
lots and lots.
Doctor here, doctor there, doctor everywhere.
All kinds of different specialists and subspecialties, and pretty much feels like a doctor's appointment every day. Certainly, probably 4 out of 5 days we've got a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, and part of that is right now because we're in between treatment and we're trying to get our next treatment set up, and so different topic, different time, but we'll talk about second opinions. But the fact that we're getting some second opinions just means that we have to go see more people and collect more information, and that takes a little bit of time.
Yep. Anything else?
Happy to be here at a month. Nothing has been consistent, but the journey towards something, it feels like a big accomplishment to kind of look back and see the couple of mountains that I climbed during the month, and to look back. And also it gives me a little bit of strength and hope and focus, knowing that as we go into the next thing, I've already done a hard thing, and we'll go do some more hard things. As I like to say, I've survived 100% of my bad days. And so that will continue, and we'll keep fighting.
Yeah, I think one of the things we've talked about is really kind of digging into remembering that it did get better.
Always gets better.
It always gets better. And on the days that are hard, remembering that better is coming, that it's not going to stay that way. And using that as we kind of move into the next phase is an important thing to hang on to.
Yeah, kind of on that note, there were mornings, during the last month where I woke up and I go, oh no, I got to swallow again today. And that was a little bit depressing to think about it. But, part of what I needed to do is get to my gratitude. Get to that moment of, hey, I'm being so well taken care of. Jess is taking care of me. The doctors are taking care of me. our medicine is taking care of me, all of those kinds of things. And so sometimes you have to go walk over to the switch and turn the gratitude switch on. It doesn't do it by itself. And other times you just wake up and it's there. The light's already shining. But I'm happy to be where we're at. It's exciting. We're having some fun. You and I get to spend some extra time together, and that's a nice thing.
That's cool.
When we get to do that. Especially the last couple of weeks I've been more conscious of what we've been able to do together. So that's nice. All righty.
1 month.
1 month.
We did it.
A couple more to go.
Couple more to go.
That's all right. We'll be fine. All right. We'll see ya.